Hi, I'm Patty.
I'm Kim Michelle.
And I'm Jill. Welcome to our podcast. It's a great day to talk.
Because honestly, what day isn't a great day to talk?
So join us in our conversation.
A Great Day to Talk is brought to you by St. George Design, offering complete website design, social media management, search engine optimization, Google and Facebook ad management, and many other digital and print marketing services. stgeorgedesign.com. And by Richardson Brothers Custom Homes, third-generation builders who have been building custom homes in southern Utah for over 25 years. They will take your dream home from concept to completion. Contact richardsonbrothers.com. The April Gates Group and Zion Canyon Real Estate have been specializing in helping southern Utah clients buy and sell property for over 18 years. We can help you too. Call or text April today. 435-632-8869. 435-632-8869.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to A Great Day to Talk. I am Kim Michelle, and I'm here with my great friend, Miss Patty.
Hello. I'm just trying to do our live feed.
Yep, because that's what we do here. So if you can hear a little bit of us in the background, good for you. You get double us in one take. That's so awesome.
Well, it's really hard when you're using a phone that's not yours to try and figure it out.
Yeah, there you go.
What she wants to say is it's an Android.
Yeah.
Who
I don't
has
get
an Android? Nobody does that.
I don't know why people do that.
Yeah. So we want to welcome you to the 44th episode, Spring into Spring. Oh, well, you could hear that, couldn't you? You could hear it twice because it was such a good line the first time.
Now I'm trying to share it so everyone can listen.
Okay. So hopefully our also good friend, Miss Jill, could hear some of that at some point in the conversation. She won't be with us again this evening. She appreciates all of your love and concern for her. She's just taking a little bit of personal time for her family, as we would encourage anyone to do when you have things unexpected coming up with the people that you love and care about. So I know that you miss her. We miss her.
Yeah.
I know that you're missing the singing because as great singers as we are, we don't usually initiate it until she does. Right. And then we jump right in as good backup singers do. And,
I don't harmonize. And April can attest to this because I only sing whatever melody the person next to me is singing. So if you're trying to harmonize with me, I'm just going to follow what you do.
Yeah.
I can hear it in my head, but it doesn't come out.
And I'm sure none of you know that I don't know the words to anything. But once the singing starts, I just jump in like I do. So, but I won't initiate it. And Miss Jill is the one who will just jump right in.
So
so we're songless. We're kind of tuneless. We're kind of without
April sings.
No. Oh well. Ooh. Then no pressure, April.
What we're going to do is we're going to rely on April today.
Yeah, that's absolutely
to do
right.
all the singing.
That's absolutely right. So I'm going to turn this over to Miss Patty.
Yes.
We've had April before, so we're so thrilled she's back with us. But go ahead, Miss Patty.
So excited to have April Gates with us. She has so much knowledge about selling homes, buying homes, the market, real estate, what's going on.
We couldn't fit it into one podcast.
But we could not fit it in.
No, nor would we want to.
But tonight's podcast isn't just for people who are selling or buying a home. Tonight's podcast is for people who may be staying in their home but need a change.
A little refresh.
Refresh. And April is certified as a home stager, and people will ask her to come stage their home all the time. And I just asked her tonight, why hasn't she come to stage my house?
Yeah, or mine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, she did help me with my front room, and which is why it looks the best of all the rooms.
And then I send you pictures every time I'm out. How about this?
How about that? How about that? And I'm scared because I can't make commitments. I shop at TJ Maxx, fill the cart, empty the cart, go home.
And then sometimes take it all back.
Yeah, or if I buy something, I'm like, I'm so scared. It's so scary.
That's so my husband's like, why do we go shopping for hours? Because you don't buy anything.
Right.
And I'm like,
I don't know.
Window shopping works for me.
I do not know that problem.
I went to TJ Maxx yesterday, and my mom goes, what are you going to TJ Maxx for?
Our next
and I'm
sponsor.
like, excuse me? You don't need to know. I don't know why I'm going yet. I'm going to find out when I get there.
That's right. Exactly.
Yes. So we are here to learn from our expert tonight, April Gates.
Well, thank you for having me back. We did talk about me coming back just a little bit to have a little conversation about staging. As spring comes, everyone might be talking about spring cleaning. It's a great time to kind of, like you said, just refresh your home. And what we found is when someone wants to put their home up for sale, we have a staging talk to get it ready and to get it ready for pictures in particular. And we have a little consultation that can take up to 2 or 3 times sometimes, depending on what we're dealing with. And when we get done with them, most people think and say, why haven't I done this? Why didn't I live this way? Why now I don't want to sell? It can be counterproductive for me, actually. No,
Right. You made their house so great, they decided to stay.
I don't want to leave here. So we'll just talk about, I have a brochure I'd like to offer to anyone who wanted to get a copy. My assistant is on a plane right now, so it would be easier if I had just had a text ready, or a link for you all in the comments. But if you want to text me,
And we'll put this in there as well, but go ahead and put the text in.
I just have a quick question for Sean. If anyone wants to comment on Facebook Live, do they have that ability? And do we have the ability to see their comments? Okay, do you mind... do you want your phone number posted on this?
I think it's already on there.
It's
as part
on
of my
there as the
advertising.
advertisement, but I'm
But in
wondering
the
if we need
comments
to
would be
do
nice
that.
too.
Yeah.
So,
Great.
Sean, do you mind commenting and posting April's phone number to get the brochure on the 10 steps of...
It's actually a whole staging brochure.
Yeah, it's
more
beautiful.
than 10 steps, but we'll talk about the easy 10. 435-632-8869.
And if you have any negative comments about the podcast, it goes to that same text message.
Yes, just message April Gates at ERA Real Estate.
Perfect.
And actually, this is such a great gift. So thank you, April, for offering that to any of our listeners who might be
I'll hold it
listening
up.
tonight or anytime in the
if I
future.
text you right
it really
now?
is amazing. Yeah, Patty, make
text
sure
me.
you get that.
I'm going to text you right now.
Perfect. I have it in an electronic form, so I won't be mailing you this big brochure, but we have it in electronic form, so we'll email that out to you.
Actually,
so.
Patty, I have to say, in our pre-meet, Patty said, "Can you mail that out to people?"
I'm 100.
And well, that's what I would say too.
like,
But
"Oh, you're gonna mail
April
that?"
was just laughing, like, "Mail it?
Like
no,
at the
we're
post
not
office?
mailing it,
I said, I
Mr.
will
Postman."
Oh, there you go.
Wait
Jill's
and
back.
see.
Your
See,
spirit is
look,
here,
look,
Jill.
look,
Yeah,
look. That's a stanza. There you go.
Please, Mr.
Mr. Postman. That's it. That's all we
Perfect.
got.
I love it.
Okay.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to tell you, what I tell people when I walk into their house, and if you're in a house right now, and we might not need this because spring is here and summer's here, but if you just made it through what you feel is a really long winter, I want everyone to try daylight bulbs in at least your kitchen and your bathrooms.
Should they be LED?
So LED, they do come in LEDs, and that will be more energy efficient. And the big, but they're more expensive. So you do save money in the long run, but they do cost more money. If you have a membership to Costco, daylight bulbs are at Costco, and they are LEDs, and they are a good price because it's Costco. But if you can change out a soft white bulb to a daylight bulb, you can change your life. And I don't want to overstate that, but
We recently did that in our house, and it is pretty bright. So we added a couple dimmers.
and some people do feel that way. They feel like they're in a doctor's office, so they don't want it in every
Yeah.
room. And I understand that. But in your bathroom and in your kitchen, places that you want to feel bright and cheery and clean, it can change the color of your paint. It can change the color of your cabinets. It changes the color of your everything. It looks cleaner. So when you're trying to clean your
Even
house,
if it's not.
even if it's not
Ooh,
clean.
I better get brighter
Yeah.
bulbs.
Me too.
Mine are not
I'm stopped.
daylight.
Honey, I'll be late getting home from the podcast.
So daylight bulbs, at least if you were to list your house and want to sell it, I would suggest every single bulb in every single lamp, in every single outlet, in every single place you have light should be a daylight bulb. But if you're just trying to live a brighter, healthier, more
Inviting.
Yeah.
life, then at least your bathroom and your kitchen.
Okay.
Try that out, especially especially the bathrooms in your vanities. It just
Because there's not a lot of there's never
not a
windows.
lot of light anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of light there anyway. And some people will complain it's not a great makeup light. Well, your bathroom's not a great makeup light anyway. If you're really concerned about makeup, you might want to get one of those.
But I have natural light in my bathroom.
Um,
But the problem is that I'm putting my makeup on at
Before
5:30 in the morning
it's
when I don't have
light.
natural light.
Yeah.
and the sun goes
Yeah.
down. And so, and when you're trying to sell your home, they might come when the sun's
Sure.
not up. But anyway, so selling your home and staging your home, we'll kind of just keep reminding you that it's always different when you're selling.
But these are
these
just
things
tips.
that do help.
Sure.
no
Freshen
matter
up
what.
your house.
Even just,
Absolutely.
spring into spring.
So another quick thing you can do, and people that don't understand this too, and it's super easy, is do your closets in all matching hangers and then color coordinate your clothes, which sounds dumb.
Sounds a tiny bit neurotic, and
does.
I'm in.
Yours
I would love
Yours
it.
is already done that way, isn't it,
I
Patty?
wish. I want someone to come do it. No, I'm not.
So some people say, well, I don't want my sweaters with my short sleeves. You can
I've tried.
do that, but if you color coordinate shirts and color coordinate your pants, there are people who take that to the next level. The home edit people will take
Yeah.
it to a rainbow, and then you've got an RBV, whatever.
Oh, Roy G. Biv.
Yeah, Roy G. Bev, thank you. I'm just saying, get matching hangers and then color coordinate your clothes, and then get rid of as much as you can, especially if you're trying to sell, because you want it to look like there's tons of space in your closets, that you're not cram-packed in there.
Yeah.
Even if you have to box up all your winter stuff
And
because now
put
it's
some
summer.
in a closet, maybe in a bedroom that you're not using.
Or a tote underneath your
Yeah,
bed
yeah.
or something, yeah. So matching hangers can make it all look bigger for some reason. I don't know how that works. And then color coordinating can let you know, I have way too many white shirts. In fact, Riley, your husband, came over and helped us move my closet into our
Yes.
new house. And he said, am I wrong, or does she have all the same clothes? Because
we like what we like.
I think he grabbed my section of white shirts.
Yeah, I was gonna say she just is always looking for a good white shirt.
I love a good white
Yeah.
shirt.
She
Yeah,
loves
yeah.
a
And
good
then
white
yeah,
shirt.
I
Yeah.
love to drop stuff on the good white shirt.
That's why you got to have a couple. You got
A
to
few.
wear one and take one with you.
That's right.
Well, and then you've got one in the laundry, and you've got one that's in the dryer. So
Right,
you've got one that's
right.
in the wash,
Never.
one that's
Long
in the dryer,
sleeve,
one
short
that's
sleeve.
waiting to be ironed. So
I-
that's six
I-
white shirts right there.
I have to say, I was a little judgy this weekend. We helped our daughter.
You?
I mean, it was this first time. It was the first
Ever.
time.
I can't even.
First time
I can't even
ever
imagine that.
held judgment on someone. But my son-in-law, bless his heart, and I love him, he and my daughter and grandson moved to St. George. We're super happy
So
to have
excited.
them.
I'm so excited because that
And-
means you're staying. So
Yes.
I'm so thrilled. Yeah.
Yes, I was going to move back in
No,
with
you weren't,
Owen.
'cause
I was
not gonna
live
happen.
in
Yeah.
the twin bed next to him, but
In
they
the little
said-
car, racer car. That would be
Yes.
so cute with Patty in
like
there. It'd be adorable.
wherever Owen is, that's where you'll find me. Anyway, thank you for the judgment around that.
No judgment.
Their closet, they have a big closet. I had a beautiful home up north, and he, for some reason, really wanted everything. He wanted all of the wood hangers.
Yeah.
And so his whole closet was wood hangers. Very nice, very fancy, very bougie.
Beautiful.
I'm like, wow, you are so
Yeah.
so
Fancy.
cool. And he doesn't listen to the podcast, so I can do this. But he said, I want all of the wood hangers that have that little bit of a lip that
Oh,
are a
wow.
little bit
Very
bigger.
particular.
I want those out. I just want the thinner wood. I'm like, wait, I couldn't even find which hanger was different.
talking
I'm like,
about.
I don't know. So I just bagged it all up and said,
Yeah.
you can figure it out.
I know it's here.
Plus, the wood
Yeah.
takes up a lot of
It does.
space.
It takes up a lot of space. Bailey wasn't
But they
as
are beautiful.
particular, but she does color coordinated. All the white, all the gray, all the black. All her clothes were color coordinated.
It does help when you're trying to shop, because you realize what you have. Like, oh, I do have a lot of white shirts. Maybe I can.
Who
back
wants
up.
to know that? Do you want to know that? What you have already? What's
I
the
have
point
bought
in
multiple
that?
of things. I'm like, this is a great pair of pants, and I went home and hung them up. I'm like, well, I already have those. Too bad I bought them in the same size. Now,
Now what?
That's right. You don't want to sort by. This is my.
yeah, you don't want your
Extra
skinny
large and my
pants,
skinny-
and
Yeah.
your when you've gained a little bit of weight, your winter weight, then your spring.
That's right. So the next thing I'm just going to talk about specifically if you're moving is when you depersonalize, we get this a lot. You really do need to take down all the pictures that look like you and all of your kids and all of your grandkids. You really do. And then all of your religion. So people get a little offended when we do this. And you don't have to do this if you're staying in the home, obviously. But you should reevaluate and update those pictures with newer pictures if you've got all the
Okay, that's a good. Then you need to come see my picture wall upstairs and let me know.
Yeah, put newer ones in if you can.
But I like the old ones
and
the kids are little.
Well, you're not moving, so
Then
keep
keep
them
'em.
exactly how you want.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because you're not moving.
Only if I'm moving.
if you're moving, we're going to take them all down. And there's a couple of things. So safety online, the pictures these days are of your home. When we go in, we do a Matterport 3D walkthrough.
Yeah.
They can zoom in, they can zoom out. They can tell Bailey that your cute little blonde son was blah, blah, blah in an accident. And, there's scams.
Great.
There are scams everywhere.
Okay.
It's amazing.
So
Okay.
we want to take out anything that lets the world know exactly who you are and where you work and
For
that your
safety.
that your dad was a Marine and all that stuff needs to go just for safety for sure.
Yeah.
And then you also want the buyer to feel comfortable in this home and not feel like he's intruding on your personal space. And
I want to have people come look at my home, and when they look at my eyes, I want them to follow them, like on the Haunted Mansion.
at Disneyland.
Yes, and you can do that. There's ways you can figure that out.
Well, you're successful, Patty. What you want, you've created. So good for you.
I do look at them when they come in my house. I follow them. Where are you going?
Oh, we've taken a left-hand
Sorry,
turn here.
but
Okay.
I do like that idea.
It's a terrible idea.
It would be creepy. Maybe less people would come stay.
Because you're not trying to sell.
I'm not trying to sell.
Right.
Clearly,
so
she's
keep that in mind.
clearly
Keep that in mind.
to sell my house.
So the other thing is when you de-religionize and people get offended because I've asked them to take down their beautiful display of crosses or their
Or
beautiful
whatever, yeah.
Buddha. It's just a Buddha statue. It's just a cross. But when people come from out of town, they're already worried that they're not going to fit in.
Yeah.
They're already wondering if this is a community that they can live in. And right now is a little bit of a different time. Like the advertisement says, I've been doing this for 19 years. So we've seen good times and bad times and horrible times and great times. And right now people will buy whatever. So it's not as important. But if times get tough again, we want people to feel like your home is exactly where they're going to fit in.
Yeah.
In a neighborhood they're going to fit in.
Yeah.
We don't want them to think they have to be a certain religion to live there or a certain kind of person to be.
Ethnicity,
Yes.
certain culture.
Right. All of it.
All of it.
So if they walk in and see a certain thing, they're like, oh, maybe they only allow so-and-so's here. So we do want you to take out everything that pertains to anything personal. And even like I've had people be like, oh, is that the scuba diver's house? Because they had so many things about scuba diving in the house. And so they forgot that it's also the 4-bedroom, 3-bed house. You know, that we just are now calling it the scuba diver house. So you don't want your house to be branded and then have them forget what we're actually looking for, that it's a house that's perfect for them. So, so anything that's predominant, and it's not popular right now to decorate your home in a theme, like, oh, that's our...
It's not?
Well...
Oops.
I had a fish kitchen.
Exactly.
Do you remember? I had a...
And you had an oar.
Oh, Patty.
I had
Patty so
I had
much.
a fish that had hooks. That's where we put all of our keys. I had fish that hung, ceramic fish.
Yeah. And oars were the that hung the drapes.
Yeah, ours was the mountain cabin-ish theme, right? With the carved bears and
And to a point, it's still cute. Like we still see a lot of like, oh, welcome to the beach house.
Yeah.
At TJ Maxx. I'm like,
I know. I'm like,
there's not
why
a
would I
beach.
buy beach stuff here if I don't have a beach house?
Sand Hollow.
Oh, cute.
But I don't.
We're only a few miles away.
I still feel like that's like in my
That's a
next life when I
stretch.
have a beach
That's a
house
stretch,
in
yeah.
Balboa.
Anyway, so themes are not a huge deal, but if you have that and you're trying to sell that, it is nice to like calm that down.
Sure.
Like big themes or anyway, neutral palettes are obviously, and that goes for paint. If you can help people paint, like if you've got the bright pink accent wall or the bright red accent wall, if you can neutralize anything to let people. So what I like to tell people is when you walk into an open house or a parade home, you can't tell who's going to live there. The Parade of Homes is a great exhibition of neutrality, unless they've built the home specifically for someone. you can walk in and it could be anybody's home. And that's the whole point, is that we want someone to buy it.
Yeah.
Right. And that's pretty cool that it does put people in a position of, oh, I could see myself in this house. And I think it just opens minds.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And if you're going to stay, then a little pop of color might be a beautiful way to introduce spring into your house. On a piece of furniture, on some of your two dining room chairs, put a
Changing
little
your
pop
pillows.
of color.
I
Yeah.
want to talk about that really quick, because changing your pillows is so easy. And Amazon has every pillow cover you could ever want. And so does IKEA. My son just moved into a new house, and we went to TJ Maxx, of course. And the pillows are expensive. They're super expensive.
Yeah.
But his couch came with ugly pillows. And so I had some IKEA pillow covers, and we took the pillow covers off, the ones that came with the couch, and we put the IKEA pillow. He's like, "Where'd you get these?" Like, he was so impressed that I had them. But they're like,
Way to go, Mom. Score one for Mom.
They're like $11 or maybe
Right.
less at IKEA, or $9.99. Anyway, Amazon has every color, every style, everything you'd ever want to know, and all you have to do is take off any pillow you ever had.
And that's that you helped me with that in my front room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pillow
And
covers are a huge.
I bought pillow covers, and then I didn't buy the pillows. So then I went bought the pillows. I didn't know the pillow. Why would you not buy a pillow with the pillow cover?
So this is a life hack right here, though. Listen to this. So you decide what pillows fit on your certain furniture, and then you buy the pillows for every season. So you can buy a Christmas pillow cover, an Easter pillow cover, the regular spring pillow cover, your fall pillow cover, and just have them in a drawer or a cabinet. And just swap them out. Swap them out. And then anything that, now tassels are in, now such and such is in.
Right.
just buy
you just buy a new cover. It's not a huge expense.
It's not huge, and it's fun.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
I like that with kitchen towels. I always have a seasonal kitchen towel. Yeah.
Yeah, which is great.
But you always have seasonal bedding.
Bedding is
Which is a great way to spring into spring.
Fun. Yes.
okay. So we're going to talk about a couple things to make your house just more wonderful like that. So seasonal bedding, or just changing your bedding, or getting new bedding, or washing your bedding. I just watched a video on like making your bedding more hotel-like, and they were doing a half bottle of just distilled water and then essential oils. And spraying it all down before you get in, or before you make your bed. And then doing it each night, and like they sprayed lavender so you could sleep, and it was like sleeping at a hotel each night. To this video, I watch a lot of YouTube videos on
staging
housing stuff.
Yeah.
And
what do you think about putting sheets on wet? You get them out of the washer, and then you make your bed.
So that is a thing, as long as you don't put the comforters and everything on. Then like you let them dry so they're not wrinkling, right?
We have a friend who does this, and then her sheets are crisp. I can't wait it out. I tried to do it. I took them off, threw them in the dryer.
I think I would get in and I would be like, this is still wet, isn't it? Even if it's not, because my mind would be seeking out the wetness.
What do you think?
So you do have to wait for it. And so I have a little vacation rental that would be so nice if we could do that, but we don't. We have 4 hours.
Because you're turning it fast.
And you have to dry them as good as you can dry them. And then you want the heat to make sure you kill anything. We've already washed them with bleach. But no, it is a hack for sure, but probably with only your own bed.
But it crisps up your sheets.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to do it.
Well, spray it with the solution.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And some people use Downy, a half thing of Downy or whatever your favorite fabric softener is. But then we got into that whole thing about chemicals. Some people don't want chemicals on there.
Yeah.
Well, and don't fabric softeners break down the fibers in your clothes too, so they don't last as long?
Supposedly.
I don't know. I still do it.
I do too, because I like the smell.
Towels.
Yeah, I like the smell.
Oh, it's really bad for your towels.
It's so bad for your towels. It decreases the absorbency, but I can't help it because when I wrap myself in a towel, I want it to be like all yummy.
Yeah. What's a better alternative? What should we do for towels?
If you do your towels with any kind of fabric softener, you need to wash them with baking soda and vinegar at least once a month, where you just run them through with vinegar, and it gets rid of all that buildup, and then you can start over and run them through.
Okay. I probably need to do that.
Yeah.
Just to my washing machine.
Yeah, your washing machine needs to be cleaned all the time too, which I'm sure people know.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a trap door on your washing machine that's in front, down on the left. Did you know that? It's catching all the stuff you're losing, like chains,
socks.
It's all down there.
I might have $1 million in the little
Probably.
drawer. I might. Oh my gosh.
So if you look at your washer,
I gotta go. Sorry.
So if it's a front
I have
loader,
an emergency.
I should qualify that. If it's a front loader,
Yeah.
there's a little trap door on the bottom left, and you have to take a little flathead screwdriver and pop it off. And and you're gonna need a bucket to hold all the water that comes out
And my $1 million.
and all the money that comes out. It's like going to Vegas. You guys are gonna love it. It's actually disgusting. What has that? But like your dryer has the vent.
Yeah, it's got a separate vent
You're
that you
supposed
really
to be
need to
doing
clean
it
out
to
separate.
With
your
your
washer.
washer.
Oh,
Okay.
I knew the dryer. I did not
Yeah.
know the washer.
How often, like I would like someone to come clean my dryer and my dryer vent.
I
So-
will. How much do you want to pay for that?
I will make you chicken enchiladas.
Okay, so
Deal.
on a serious note, that's really actually a serious.
It is
It's
because
a
it causes a fire.
Most house fires start that right there. If it's not a grease fire in the kitchen, it's a
Your
dryer
bright-
fire.
Okay.
Bright kitchen.
So, so what are we doing?
So
what do we need to do?
There's a couple of things. So if you have the right vacuum, you can get in there with the tools and
In the vent?
undo your vent, and then go up the vent and on into the wall. But a better, there are companies like ServPro
Yeah.
will come and do.
and it's not very much.
It's not that much. And you can actually have them do your dryer vents and all your air vents and really keep your house. And I, again, with the vacation rental, we do that
Yeah.
every year, get all the vents
Don't let them do
cleaned.
your washer though, because they'll take your $1 million that's in your.
I will be poor.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I absolutely need to do that.
Yeah, and I think my house was like $300, and they did all of the vents, and it's the air conditioning,
The
it's all-
filters.
all the
Right.
everything. It's really nice.
Yeah.
There's all-
Do you think it would cut down on dust?
I know it does.
Yeah.
because you can change the filters as much as you want, but once it gets into the vents,
Yeah,
it's in there.
in there and it's going throughout your house. I feel like that is
And if you have
part of my
anyone who's
problem.
prone
I get
to
dust
allergies-
every
and
day.
you have pets, so that's that
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, allergies, pets, anyone with carpet, all that stuff holds on to that.
Yeah.
And it's not that expensive, and it's a great service. So we bought a house when we bought Ian's house, the people had smoked in the house, and we gutted it. New carpet, new paint. But if it's in the filter, if it's in your
Yeah.
vents, there's no. So we did that filtration cleaning, or all the venting cleaning, and then we also did a ozone clean, which is another great process where they professionally bring in an ozone machine, which is just pure oxygen, and you can't go in. It kills everything. And plants and anything that you leave in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pure oxygen. You can't go in for like 7 hours after they've been there, and they have to open up all the windows to let the pure oxygen, but they seal everything up and they ozone your house. And it's like shocking a pool almost.
Right.
You go in and it smells like you're at the local swimming pool. It smells like chlorine.
Chlorine, right?
I love it. So my house that I own is 100 years old, and no matter what I do, it smells like an 100-year-old grandma.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
But it's so cute.
so cute. But so I'll have him come. The ozone people come about every 6 months and just do an ozone treatment, just to try
Especially because it's a vacation rental.
yeah, you
too.
just want to be
Yeah.
safe. Everyone brings
Right.
their own stuff in.
That's so funny though, because you say especially because it's a vacation rental, but why would we do for
Something
someone
better.
we do not know what we would not be willing to do for
ourselves.
ourselves in a home that we live in
a good
every
point.
single day?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
And I guess a whole unknown factors. You don't know who came in and who slept and what.
But
they-
I do know. That's why I should want to do
Right.
every.
Yes, I absolutely.
I've been in there. I know.
Well, and sometimes I feel I kind of run a vacation rental, but I live
Yeah,
there.
you
Yeah.
do. Yeah, there's a lot of people in and out. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
dogs.
And dogs.
And dogs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are all great things to keep your house tidy and super clean. If you want to do a really spring clean.
Yeah.
My
That's
grandma,
a perfect idea.
And your grandma and probably your grandma really took spring cleaning super
Seriously,
serious. And
like
they
it was
wiped-
like a
wiped
season.
down. Yeah, you took down all the drapes. You wiped down all the walls, the ceilings. You vinegared everything. You know, they'd make a whole special, all the
Well,
windows inside and out.
My parents
Screens.
still wash the walls.
Do they?
I'm like, you washing the walls?
They get dirty. They really
I
do.
want someone to come wash my walls.
I
Well,
ju-
then do that.
I just pay.
You work hard.
That's right.
You can do that.
I
You
don't-
can do that. Yes, you can.
So I think
It's a luxury,
friend
but
groups
yes.
should start cleaning
Yes.
clubs, because when we help someone move out of our neighborhood, we all go over and help them move, and then you help them clean. And I'm like, why do we not do this for people who are staying?
Yeah,
Regularly.
why don't we do that?
Right.
That
we
would be
talked
awesome.
about it was a couple years ago, women helping women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With yard work or things that like a handy woman.
Like it takes a village kind of
Instead
thing.
of you're a handy woman, not a handy man, but you were, and your clients. It was all nonprofit. Why aren't we doing that?
I don't
Why
do
aren't
we talked
why
about
aren't
it?
you?
Yeah, could be a club where you sign up on a calendar, like, okay, on this third Saturday we're going to go help her, and on this third Saturday, so it's
They're
once
gonna
a
come
month,
help
and
you.
You're going to come help you.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, and you
I
pull the
love it.
refrigerator out, and you get all that crap
Yes.
out,
Oh,
and you put the
gosh.
stove out.
My problem is
And the
if
washer and dryer.
the whole week before somebody's coming to my house, all I would be doing
Is
is
cleaning.
trying to
I would
clean
clean
my
it.
house. Yeah.
Yes, at Thanksgiving we hosted this year, and my sister-in-law came, and she said she saw a funny meme that said, "I can't believe everyone came to my house for Thanksgiving and no one mentioned my clean, what are they called? The
Baseboards?
Baseboards. No one mentioned my clean baseboards.
So true.
It is.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking
Which
of
that should probably
would
that's
be
probably on your
that's
list,
the
right?
list,
Yeah,
Okay,
because
let's hear
that
it.
is
So a deep spring
yeah.
clean would definitely include the baseboards, and there are cleaning hacks. I'm not going to go through a million cleaning hacks, even though I watched a million cleaning hack videos.
But we'll talk about later then, because I need all your hacks.
Well, YouTube is.
Maybe that's next month. All your
plethora.
hacks. Yeah.
There's amazing hacks on how to clean blinds, on how to clean baseboards, on
Mm-hmm.
how to clean everything you've ever wanted to know. And I am such a sucker. I have bought this electric toothbrush thing for grout.
Me
and then
too, but
Did it not work?
No, that's
yeah,
why I
it
need to
works.
talk to you, because you've already done
I
them
have
all.
done
so
it.
now I need to know,
And then
because
I have a
I
steamer.
tried half of them. I tried the blind ones. I'm like, no.
The best thing I ever did was we just got rid of our 2-inch wood blinds and bought shades.
Yeah.
And
those are
I mean,
nice.
I'm going to need to dust them, but not like
The end of
Okay,
Right.
I have to say, I'm going to just insert this here. When we went to the Parade of Homes, the most amazing thing I saw,
right, you told
I
me.
walked into one of the homes and we're going through the bathroom, and I'm like, look at that amazing tub. It is standalone tub, which is all the rage now, a standalone tub. Beautiful, over this great big, huge picturesque window, and I'm like, who is ever going to take a bath in that? There's no blinds up there or anything. And then somebody walks by and they clap their hands, and the window goes from clear that you can see through immediately to frost off the clap of their hands.
Yeah.
I was just walking in and out of that bathroom, just
Oh my gosh,
it was
that
the
is
most
pretty
amazing thing I saw.
The clapper, that's funny.
So it's a double pane glass that releases a quick gas or a steam. It's got to be a gas that then disappears after
I'm
time.
sure it's amazingly expensive,
expensive.
but I don't care. It
The
was
sad thing is that we were at a parade home that it was all wired for blinds that the buyer could then choose any blind package they wanted. But everyone walked in because we didn't have any blinds. Oh, do you have the clappers? We're like, no, we don't have
if
those.
if somebody hadn't have done that though, I would have never known. I would have
Right.
never known about that amazing. Oh my gosh! It just I'm still talking about it.
You still are.
I know. I can't believe it.
So one little helpful hint too, when you walk into your house, a nice way to assess whether you're staged or not is to notice your walking path. And if there are things that are blocking you from going into any room, and this is a really common mistake in living rooms, is people will just choose the longest space to put their couches. And you kind of have this.
I was just going to say, we've moved it around. It just is so
Yeah,
dumb.
so yours is perfect for living, but we would never keep it that way for staging, because no one. If you think about how many times people have walked into your living room and made it to the fireplace, never,
Nobody.
never ever. No one's ever gonna make it because we've blocked that whole that whole.
process, right?
And if you were trying to sell, you'd want them to walk there to see your beautiful black
fireplace.
and fireplace and the whole backyard.
Oh yeah.
So to get around her, you've got to turn right and then turn left. You know, you've got a
you're
little.
right.
So we would we'll either get rid of a couch or we'd move the short couch under the window, because under a window even isn't blocking the window, but your walking path everyone puts a couch there, and it is so mentally blocking and physically blocking, and it can like literally stop people in their tracks.
Yeah.
The other thing is, if you walk into your house and your tile is laid crossways, horizontally, and not vertically in front of you, you need a rug. Right when you walk in, you need a rug that goes down the walkway that leads you into the home, because it's a really common mistake of tile layers, I think, that they go horizontally
instead of
Isn't that a good way to keep people out of your house, though?
Yes,
I mean,
Yes,
once you've
Sean.
moved in, you put it up
Yes,
and
Sean.
say, I don't want you here.
They walk in and
I got horizontal tiles. Go away.
It reminds me of what's the show where he doesn't know how to cross it? Oh, Elf.
Yeah.
And he like is jumping across the sidewalk. and he's like- That's what it feels like to people when they walk into your
Is
horizontal.
yours horizontal?
Yes,
Or
and it's
vertical?
no, it's our new house is horizontal,
And it's your least
and-
favorite part.
Yeah, so I bought a huge
Runner.
10 by.
Oh, it's more than a runner,
huge.
but
it
yeah.
covers the whole hall, because I just can't. I couldn't get past it. Literally, I walk into my own house. I'm like, ugh.
You know, we tore up our tile a year and a half ago and put down LVP. And the guy's like, okay, I'm just going to lay it this way because it's easiest. And Riley's like, oh, I don't know. Okay. And he got half a block away and called the guy. I really need it on an angle.
Yeah.
And it's more work and it cost a little bit more, but it's so much nicer to have it on the angle
That goes
throughout
with
the house. Yeah.
Yeah, and they'll do it according to what's makes it their life easier, and they'll tell you that when we get to here it runs the right way, but it really is, you want your entry to feel great, and that's usually the longest vertical space, so your hallway going in, and obviously every house plan is different, but
Right, and it going on an angle might cost. You might need more product. You might need more.
Right, because
because
the
you got
cuts
little
will be
cuts.
shorter. Yeah.
But
and I'm not even
still.
saying you have to go change any of this right now. I'm just saying one runner from Costco, which is $14.99 right now.
Oh, right. Well,
Can change
fix that look.
everything.
Yeah.
Just get it in and
Yep.
cover that up, because you've got people coming in. You want them to not ever have this subliminal blocking.
Could I come in?
And even
That's
if you aren't going to be selling, the idea of just changing the placement of your furniture just as a possible refresh
Yes.
is a wonderful way to take what you have, doesn't cost you anything, to
And-
just rearrange and
if
have a
you
totally new experience
if
of
you
your
want
room.
your house to feel open and bigger, and there's just so many little tricks like that
Yeah.
you can do that make you feel like, oh, maybe I don't need to sell my house. Maybe I don't need to move. Maybe I'm not so frustrated. Maybe I don't feel dark and heavy. I've got
Maybe
these
I don't
daylight-
need a new couch or a
and-
whole new set of furniture
Exactly.
in here.
I also feel like we are collectors. We're all in a way a little bit of hoarders, and I tend to want to get stuff out. Hi, Kathy Holzapfel. I want to get things out of my house, but then I just buy more things.
Yeah.
How do we minimize so that
So
there's no clutter and
there are
no things?
Yeah, it's hard, and I'm not. My husband would be like, "Really, you're going to talk about this?"
I know. April, because Bailey said, April's talking about spring. Doesn't she hoard a little bit?
I'm a little bit of a hoarder. Everything to me is beautiful and wonderful.
Yeah, it
But
all brings you joy.
It all brings me joy. Yes, and there is a thing called the death cleaning. Of course, there's the joy,
The Swedish death cleaning.
Swedish death cleaning. There's the joy. There's the edit. And I've read them all and I've watched them all, and there's still things. I really like to be the person that if you needed something, I would have it.
And you
That's-
are that person.
And that's what brings me joy. So
Yeah.
if you right now, Kim Michelle, needed 12 centerpieces, and I would go to one of my,
And have it for me.
I would absolutely have
I'm
it.
glad.
That is true.
I'm glad I know that.
So if you come to there are many people who call me Mary Poppins because I know
Yes.
where it is. So
Yeah.
I don't think it's hoarding if you know where it is.
I don't think it is
Thank
either.
you.
right. Well, and it
I-
has
I do
use.
not.
And if it has use,
But
And,
I will-
and let me just say this. It's not for somebody else to decide for you.
That's what
It's only for you to decide for you.
absolutely.
So this would be my advice to everybody else. Shut up.
yeah.
In a most loving way.
So let me
in the
give,
most loving and gentle
Let me give
way.
some other advice. Surround yourself with what you love.
Yeah.
And I just helped Leslie, our little daughter, moved in next door, and she's having to decide what to hang on the walls. And we literally hold something up. I'm like, "What is this? Do you love it?" And she's like, "Oh my gosh, that's my favorite mirror." I'm like, "Is it your favorite?" "Yes, I love that mirror." "Okay, then let's find somewhere that you see it every day.
Yeah.
And let's hang it where you
I
can,
love
you
that,
can see
April.
it." And then if it's something that, do you love this? No, I don't really love that. Well, let's find a place for that in the basement where your kids see it every day.
Yeah.
So,
Or the guest room.
So really surround yourself with the things that you love that mean something to you. And then really, like if there's a TJ Maxx thing that was cute for the bathroom 5 years ago, maybe that's the thing that you get rid of, and then see if Owen, like I have a picture in my bathroom that my youngest son did made out of eggshells in kindergarten that I framed and is still in my bathroom to this day because I love it.
Absolutely.
And it will never be replaced by a TJ Maxx anything. It will always be artwork from my
Absolutely.
boy, right?
But you'll probably take it down if you're staging your house to move.
If I'm staging my house,
See?
to move, I will.
I'm
Thank
listening.
You are listening because I don't want someone looking at that and saying, "Oh, JD made that. Oh, I wonder how old JD is." No.
Yeah.
Yep.
But surround yourself with things that you love and you can't go wrong. But if you're keeping it, this is the other thing that the Joy book really did help me, and that's the Marie Kondo.
Yeah, it's a wonderful book.
Holding on to something because it meant something to someone else is not the same as holding on to something because it meant something to you. And that's the time when you take a picture of it and you make an album of it, and then you get rid of the item so that it can bring joy to someone else. And then you remember the memory, and you have the memory of it bringing that person joy, and then it can bring joy out in the world to
Absolutely.
someone else. And it's really powerful. That if you have trouble with a little bit of hoarding, that's a really good method to look into, because we hold on to things for a lot of different reasons.
Absolutely.
Right.
And not all of them we don't
Serve us.
serve us.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
mom
for
bought
sure.
me this, and she loved it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but I don't. Or my.
Or even
yeah.
if you still did, right?
Even if you
it
still
doesn't
did.
mean that you still don't have that memory if you don't have that item. You
That's-
still have the memory.
And it
Right.
already
Yeah.
served its purpose.
Absolutely.
That's the key.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a really nice system because of that. You're not showing disrespect to your mother.
Absolutely.
If you hold on to the memory. And if you know it served its purpose, and it can go on and serve joy somewhere else, which is, I love all of that. But
What's the premise of the Swedish death cleaning? Because my mother-in-law was doing that.
So the Swedish death cleaning is to pretend like you knew you were going to die and that other people were going to have to come
Oh
into
my
your
gosh.
house, which is going to be a thing for all of us, right?
Right.
And what do you not want them to have to deal with? And to start living your life,
So many things.
right?
Yeah.
The locked closet.
But I couldn't work. I couldn't do anything else. All I'd spend all my time doing is
So maybe
Getting rid of.
Yeah.
maybe think of it like this: you know, you're going to die in 5 years, so take it slow, Kim Michelle. But it doesn't have to be you're about to die next week. But the idea is, are you holding on to so many things that will become a burden to someone
Yeah.
else? And you don't want that in your life. You don't want your kids to have that burden. Or
And decide what do we do with this because it meant something to mom or whatever.
and
Yeah.
then label it. Like, Anne, your mother-in-law is the perfect
She's been
example. You label
amazing
it.
about it.
You say this goes to
This goes to
so-and-so,
so-and-so.
and if they don't
Everybody
want it,
knows.
Yeah. And to really make your life simplified to the point where anyone could step in and be like, this is what she wanted done with, and make your life not a burden on someone else's life, which is
Right.
a really nice concept.
it is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you
So-
have some stuff you could, like Swedish death cleaning, that you would get rid of? Because when you move, you know, I said to Riley the other day, I'm like, we need to pretend like we're moving. Let's go get a dumpster and pretend like we're moving. And then what we would
But you know you're not.
we throw away or take to the DI.
Yeah.
Um,
How far did you get?
well, I was just we were driving. We didn't-
That's how far you
I
got.
want to do it, but I'm like, let's do it.
Here's the thing: you would call Kim Michelle and you'd say, "Hey, listen, we're cleaning like we're moving, and we're going to take this stuff to the dump. Do you want to look at it before we take it over there?"
Right,
And then I
right.
would go over and take it off.
Or have someone that does estate sales come do an estate sale.
Well, that
we'll
is
live
pretty
with what's
sweet,
left.
actually. That really is.
Yeah.
Go in, take what you want, what really is meaningful or of value to you, and then walk away and let everybody else go through while you're not there.
Right.
And create value from the stuff that does not necessarily have value for you.
Right.
So the one thing of note, and everyone out there should know this, is that this next generation does not want anything. They literally do not want
They're
anything.
minimalists, yeah.
They're minimalists. My sons have, and I have 3 sons who really don't want anything. And they have come to me and said, like, we really don't want anything. Do not.
Well, you're going to force them to take it, right?
Well, and I think what I'm leaving them is some matches. Like, here just to go make a
Start
bonfire.
it on fire. Yeah.
Because my stuff will just be complete junk.
Yeah.
I think they're really excited that I collect pressed pennies because I have 3 books of pressed pennies from everywhere I've ever gone. And I can give you each one, and that's all you'll ever have to know that I was here.
Yeah.
Because they don't want the stuff. They really don't.
Yeah.
So
I tried to give some stuff away to the kids, like Christmas decorations that I was going to get rid of, and Bailey was like, "Mom, we don't want your shit."
yeah.
Like,
And that's
okay.
exactly what they think it is. So keep that in mind when you're hanging on to stuff for them.
Yeah.
Even their stuff. I have Ian's cleats.
Well, that is the thing, right?
His football
Yeah.
cleats?
Come pick up your stuff.
And he doesn't want them, but I am attached to them more than his
He
cleats and
is.
his helmet and his pads. Like, I just am like, really?
Can you do a shadow box?
Of his pads. It'll be the size of a wall.
Right.
But
It's
it will
a really
still be
big shadow
awesome.
box, but like,
I'm so lame.
oh my gosh. So, if you are listening, we've been talking about spring cleaning, and we want if there was
staging and
staging. If
Yeah.
there's one thing to take home,
So the one thing is, I want you to write in and try to get this book, because if you're really
Yeah,
interested,
for sure.
there are so many things to do. Get a friend, declutter, have someone else look at it with fresh eyes. There's a hint to take a picture of each room and then notice. Like, if you're online looking at homes, it's so easy to be judgy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, are you kidding me? They left these towels out. Oh my gosh, they left the laundry basket. Like, look at it through a buyer's eyes, especially if you're going to be selling. Really get everything, declutter everything. You want all your surfaces to be clean. And then when you do it, you really might want to live that way. It is really nice.
Do you? So I'm going to ask you this question.
Okay.
So when I look at those pictures and they're gorgeous, I'm like, nobody really lives like that, though. But are you saying they do?
I'm saying that people, after they do it for the picture, so we make people get. When I say make, we suggest.
I know
people,
you do. I've seen your whip.
hopefully
so.
my pictures are always on point, unless we can't do anything about it. But most people, when they get to that stage, and we hopefully make them get to that stage for pictures, they will continue it because it feels good.
But I have like 8 books on my nightstand at one time, because I legitimately am working out of all 8 books at the same time.
So for pictures, we'd make you put them away.
For sure.
And
but
then
do I live that way after pictures?
Well, if you were trying to sell your home, we'd ask you to put those away each day. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Or stop reading.
Don't stop reading. Just read the book that you're going to read and then put it away.
April, gosh, you're
No
such
fun.
a
No fun.
hard, you're a slave driver.
I
here.
need April to come to my house and
Everyone
say
should know
it's
I'm
okay.
much better when I'm at someone else's house. And I'm actually really nice about it.
We all are.
Oh, you're
No-
always
nobody
nice.
gets
No,
sick.
that no. I
Other
hope
people's
everybody
stuff
hears
doesn't
that.
mean anything to us.
Yeah.
The last hint, and this is good for spring, is never let a flower out in your yard die. Go cut it and bring it in and enjoy it. And I have this little vacation rental that some lady, probably 100 years ago, 80 years ago, 50 years ago, planted just the most beautiful roses, planted all of these daffodils, planted all these things.
Don't
And
you have iris?
I
Do you
have
iris?
amazing irises.
Yeah.
And
I
I
just
try,
love fresh
I
flowers.
try
Just
so hard
love
to get
them
over
so
there
much.
and cut what I can when I can, with a delicate balance in making sure there's enough for people to come enjoy, because they are staying there. But if it's your yard, bring flowers inside.
Yeah.
It is a wonderful thing to have,
It's-
especially from your own
it just
garden.
is, right?
Well,
I mean, it
I love
just
fresh
is.
flowers.
Yeah, I do too. I just love them
I
so much.
hate fresh flowers that I buy,
love
because
them.
then they die and then I feel bad. But
I
if they're
cut-
in my garden about to
I
die
don't care
anyway,
either way.
then it makes me happy.
I cut daffodils a couple weeks ago because I planted bulbs, but the bulbs bloom earlier than
they
I want
do.
them to.
Yeah.
And so I cut the daffodils because they were out back. It wasn't a spot I could look at, and then put them in a vase, and I was so happy.
Yeah,
they
bring-
were just bright yellow daffodils, and I loved it.
Yeah.
So, and my point is, they bring a few days of joy in your yard, but don't let them die there. Bring them in and
For sure.
enjoy them too. So,
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my
I
last
love
helpful
that.
hint.
So
Thank you, April, so
the
much.
white light. Tell me what the name of the lights.
Daylight bulbs,
Daylight bulbs.
either LED or not, and they sell them at Walmart super cheap as well. For sure, declutter,
Yep.
Fresh flowers.
organize your closets.
Yep.
By
Look at the
color.
arrangement of your furniture.
And
Arrangement of your
same
furnitures.
hangers.
All the same hangers if you can. And those
Yeah,
are
buy a
super-
runner.
Those are, and
Yeah,
then get
buy
a
a
runner.
runner.
And move
So
your,
now you have all the
and
April
move your
said.
couches.
April said you need to do those things.
And
Yep.
I'm going to get a bracelet that says, what would April do?
What would April?
WW
What would
AD.
April do?
WD-AD.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being
Thank you
here.
for coming
And
again. It was
we're gonna
amazing.
follow up with how to then do your outdoors, right? How to make your, because that's what
I
the
have
season is
great
all about,
tips.
right?
We can't
In
wait.
terms of living outdoors now and
Yeah.
maximizing that space. So we'll look forward to having April back in the future on that call. Thank you so much for being with us and enjoying this time. We hope you did anyway.
Thanks for
Talk to you
listening
next time.
to It's a Great Day to Talk.
Be sure to follow and subscribe to us on your favorite podcast platform.
And until next week,
Get out there and talk.
This has been a production from a podcast studio.